Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along. We're going to make the jellies, the second step of the jellies today. I'm going to try and angle this camera a little bit so the light isn't in the way when I actually move out of the way. So we try and turn it up the way. Rotating device, yes, okay. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, it's going to fall. Oh, are you going to fall? Right, okay. All good? Right, okay, sorry about the kind of dazzle from... do that way maybe. Getting a bit of dazzle from the lights there. I am really sorry about that. Let's see if I can... No, because if I do that... Alright, okay. So, jelly, setting levels. So yesterday, made my first lot of jellies. There you are. Fully set, and we're going to put the orange stuff on top of that tonight, and I'm going to show you how to do that and show you also how to do the mousse. Okay, so 2 wee seconds, I shall get all the jellies out of the fridge. And I made 5 jellies yesterday. So, same as yesterday, and we're going to put the orange on top today. So, my 15ml. So, jellies are made by a scoop and a half of mix of mousse, which is basically... Sorry, that's going to annoy me. If it's going to annoy you, it'll annoy me. There we go. That might be a wee bit better. Right, apologise for the glare. Okay, so a scoop and a half of mix of mousse. The scoops you get in there are 10ml. So a scoop and a half is 15ml. I have a 15ml scoop. So I am running low on the mix of mousse in that one. Level scoop into a container like so. There we go. Fabulous. And also then a teaspoon of water flavouring, and because we're making orange, a teaspoon, straight along, orange. Mix those two together, so you combine the dry ingredients first. I just do it in a wee container. This used to belong to a cheesecake many moons ago, but they're quite good, so I just keep hold of them. Yeah. So you just combine the two powders so they don't split within the mixing, and that means that you get a better jelly and you get a smoother finish and all the rest of it. This is the best way that I find to make jellies, and I do them quite a lot and I've not had any problems, touch wood. So, jug blender, as per usual, in the jug blender, get 500ml of water. Now this is ice cold water, as before, 500ml of water into the jug blender. Let me just pull that forward so you can see. Oh, I forgot. Orange. So that's 500ml into the jug blender. There we go. And then you just pop in the mixture on top. So that's it. And then you pop it in, lid secure, and press the button to go. Going just now, so I'll take you a wee saunter. Today we got our delivery in yesterday. Sorry, it's going to be a bit dark, do apologise. We got our wee delivery in yesterday, so I now have the new chocolate and hazelnut desserts, which are, see if you like Nutella, that's going to be the thing for you in my wee fabulous Cambridge room. So see if you can see that. Chocolate and hazelnut flavoured dessert. It is really thick, so see if you want to thin it down, just add more water. Make sure your water's ice cold. It doesn't take long to make at all. It's basically stir it. So I'm catching a lot of glare off the lights today. So basically you stir it and just go. And in the fridge 15 minutes, and then eat it. And people have tried it with half banana shake and half chocolate and hazelnut dessert. So they've tried that half and half, and they've also tried adding coffee into it as well and trying to make it bigger, stuff like that. So you can play around with it. It's one of those products again that lends itself to lots and lots of different things. I'm just trying to stay out the kitchen just now because of the racket of the blender. But today it's a good day, really good for water. Teas and coffee, copious amounts of. And also I had like 3 litres of water plus. Good day today. And what did I do? I basically watched The Chase all night. It was really weird. Went and caught up with my accountant. So you can see the jelly there in the wee jug. that is all Frothy City. So I went and saw my accountant, caught up with her, and trying to get the self-assessment tax return done in time for the end of January, but she says it'll be fine, so that's fine. So now I'm actually finished with the blender, so I'm actually going to put it away. I'm trying to think what else happened today. I think there was possibly something I was going to tell you, but now I can't remember because I was just going to do jelly. I'm going to show you how to do jelly again, and it's just in case anybody who has missed it the last time knows how to make jelly, because it's one of those godsend things that, see if you've got jelly in your fridge at all times, it's brilliant. I live on jelly and golden vegetable drinks. It is really, really good. And it's good to have them. And they're like 0 calories as well, so it's not actually counted as a product, it's just counted as an in-between thing, which is what I do. So, I'm going to also show you how to make a mousse tonight. Now, as I said, I'm on TDR. Now, this is what a TDR package looks like. This is a vanilla shake. Now, I have a coffee mousse every single day, and you'll hear me say that: lemon bar, coffee mousse, chicken and mushroom soup. That's my bog standard every single day. Sometimes I'll add in a different mousse, or sometimes I'll add in a different bar later on at night, but I'll have those 3 things and then something else. Might not have them in the same order. Like yesterday, today I had a lemon bar for my lunch, and then I had chicken and mushroom soup at night, and I had a coffee mousse in between, and I forgot to put the mixer mousse in the coffee mousse, so I got a very nice ice cold shake. So open the sachet up, and in there I'm going to put some fibre in that as well. Okay, so in there, this is Aldi's coffee, and it's just decaf coffee, because if I have full caffeinated this time of night, I am buzzing all night. So it's the cheapest of cheap brands of the coffee, and the thing is, the flavour's quite nice, so that's why I use it quite a lot. I put like a spoon and a half of coffee in there, and then also that's golden vegetable. Don't want to put that in, it doesn't taste very nice. I put golden vegetable in there. Fibre. Now, fibre is something you can get from your consultant. It's basically to help with the toilet situation. Because I'm on TDR, I'm on very low calories, no food, so sometimes things get stuck, and that kind of helps things along. So I have one of those every day. Plus, it's made of inulin, so it's very good for your hair and your nails and everything like that. That kind of helps maintain your body. It's like putting a wee bit of nice oil in there instead of the cheap stuff. It's like the nicest, like the castor oil as opposed to the aster oil. But that's what we do, and you can wash that one up now. And into, I'm going to remember to do it today because I'm talking to you, into the shake, you also do a level spoon of mixer mousse. Now, I don't have quite enough in that. I definitely advise getting some mixer mousse, some water flavourings from your consultant if you are doing Cambridge, because it makes all the difference. It makes the difference of basically be sticking to plan one day and not sticking to the plan. Because sometimes you can get bored eating the same thing day in, day out. Now, I eat the same thing day in, day out. I love it. Wouldn't change it. I miss my coffee mousses when I'm not on plan. So that's that done. Spoon can go in there. That can go in the wash as well. So, let's do a level scoop of the mixer mousse into the powder there. So in your little sachet, in your little shake sachet here, you've got your coffee. This is how to make a coffee mousse, by the way. If you want to make a kind of lemon cheesecakey one out of the vanilla shakes, or any kind of mousse, vanilla lends itself to different flavours, but if you're doing any mousse, you just a powdered shake, 1 scoop of mixer mousse, and boom, done. But I put the fibre in there, because I always put fibre in there, and a scoop of mixer mousse and the coffee. That's going to be a coffee mousse. You can put a scoop of raspberry water flavour in there if you like, and it tastes like drumstick sweetie lollies. And you can also do lemon and lime and a bit of ginger, and it tastes like a lemon cheesecake. So that's the 3 that I've done and the 3 that I've tried, and now 3 I would recommend. So same as the jelly, you combine all the ingredients together so you get a right good shake. Now, if you want a more Angel Delight consistency, you add less mixer mousse and a wee bit more water, and that makes it smoother, or it doesn't make it smoother, it makes it looser. If you add the scoop and then the It's 200 mils of ice cold water I do, and that makes my mousse how I like it, which is quite a firm mousse. So the more water and the more water you add, the looser the mousse. Or you can also do it by adding a little bit less mix of mousse if you want the same consistency. But say for an Angel Delight consistency, I would probably do like 230 mils of ice cold water and about a 3/4 spoon of the mix of mousse. But it's entirely up to yourself, your preference, how you like your mousses. I couldn't live without mousse because I love it. Let's go in the wash. That's my new mix of mousse, so that goes back in the cupboard. Oh, and my coffee back in the cupboard as well. So, I have replaced that stick blender jug. Make sure it's a big tall jug, because the worst thing is if you get like a half, like what's that, it's a litre. If you get a pint jug, then it'll go everywhere. That's one of my top tips, is don't use a pint jug for this. You need a good depth on your jug, otherwise it will go everywhere. And I know, because this is the jug that I use all the time. So, in the fridge, I have the ice cold water. And that's just over the 200 mils there. So that, I can cope with that. That's okay. I was talking about being really sad before and making things exciting, so I have heart-shaped bowls to put my mousses in because it makes me happy. Make sure you have a spatula, because when you're on a diet, every single piece of food that you actually get to eat is precious. So, ice cold water in first, mixture of your shake, mix of mousse, and then if you're wanting to add coffee to vanilla shake, or if you want to add coffee to chocolate shake, if you want to add orange to a chocolate shake, if you want to add raspberry and coffee to a chocolate shake, it tastes like a black forest gateau. So I'm going to blend this just now. You make sure you go around the outside to get all the wee bits of powder that actually get stuck around the outside. And I put my hand over the top as well to stop any sparkage. I am very repetitive in the way that I do things, but it works for me. Apart from last night when I forgot to put the mixed mousse in and then put the mixed mousse in the shake afterwards, that didn't, it was very lumpy, it wasn't great. Sometimes you can get dry bits of powder on your blender head, which is basically, I scrape it off with the wee spatula here and just stick it back in and just get a wee extra blend. Go around the inside of the drum just in case there's any any bits of powder in there. And that's basically it. That's your back. That is your mousse all done. You pop it in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes. Well, 10 minutes because you need to eat your products within 15 minutes because of the water-soluble vitamins and minerals. So you stick it in the fridge for about 10 minutes and it should come out nice and firm. And I have put mixed mousse in it this week, well today, so it will come out nice and firm tonight. And that's basically how you make a mousse. I'm trying to think how I got on the day. The day was fine, it was grand, it was quite a dull day. I did my sponsorship assessment. What else did I do? I'm trying to think. It's difficult. I had a team meeting in the afternoon. I was very productive and I did a lot of new prints, new certificates, new gadgets, new things, because there's a lot of new, with the rebrand changing and everything, there's a lot of things coming out that I've just been printing off certificates and things for my clients who I always treat clients how I like to be treated when I was doing plan, or when I was in any kind of slimming establishment at all. Weight Watchers, Slimming Worlds, Scottish Slimmers, the works. I would be the first and the person in the queue to tell you if I was due a Silver 7 that week or due a certificate in any way, shape or form. It was basically yeah, you owe me this. The thing is, you feel like you've achieved something. It's quite sad for some people might think, but it works for me. And because it works for me, I let other people know, and that's how I like to be treated, and I like to try and treat clients how I like to be treated as a slimmer. So, I can show you that now. Now that's all liquid and it'll come out in the fridge in about 10 minutes, and you've all seen, well, I've done videos with me eating mousse, so basically that's a mousse. And you can see by now the jelly has separated into froth and jelly. So that only took a few minutes to make that mousse, and then while it was setting, obviously maximising the time and making the jelly and then making the mousse at the same time. So all good. And again, Big Daddy scoop, take the foam off. That's it all done. So that's me for the day. Don't really have much to tell you. I've been kind of settled, watching the chase, quite happy doing that, quite happy watching Tipping Point, and before I know it, it's bedtime. So I'm still kind of sticking with the black tea and black coffee most of the time, and I'm finding that still fine, because I was doing that with the TDR diet. I was doing black tea and black coffee, and now I've gotten to the stage where it actually doesn't bother me. So if I got milk in it, it's a little bit of a like kind of luxury. But if I don't have milk in it, it doesn't bother me either. And plus, when I'm on no tea, no milk in my tea, a tea bag does me and my other half, so saving money there. But that's me for this evening. I'm going to pop my jellies in the fridge. And just thinking if there is anything else I need to take. Still buzzing from the £19.5 off though. Ooh. So jellies in the fridge, that'll take about 4 hours to set. I will leave them overnight. I always make sure I've got jellies in the fridge, nice and prepped, ready to go. But that's me for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, push the like button. And if you like the channel, subscribe to the channel and press the wee bell, and you'll get wee notifications from me blethering. Have a good night, and I hope you're all staying hydrated and keeping on plan. Bye!